Hey everybody, I just want to get on here and share with you the 5 biggest mistakes that I've made when I first started my fitness journey. And hopefully one of these tips that I'm going to give you can help you or be useful to you. Um, if you are beginners or if you are a intermediate, I'm confident that this tip will still apply to you guys. If you guys know all of this, great. This video is definitely not for you. But if you want to listen to some stupid mistakes that I've made, then stay tuned and we'll find out. Now, the first mistake that I can remember that I've made was that I tried to do too many things at one time, right? And the reason why I feel like that is my number one mistake that I've made is because I see it very common, especially for beginners. And you know that anything that you do in life, we have this mentality that the more we do, the more result that we get, right? The harder you work, the more money you make, the harder you study, the better grades you get, the more you spend, leveling up a character in the video games, the stronger you will get, right? But for fitness, it doesn't apply. When I first started, I tried to do too many things at one time. I didn't give myself time to master any kind of movement that I was doing. I keep switching them week by week. And it set me back quite a bit. I didn't get stronger at any specific lift. I was switching. One week I would do a bench press, next week I would do dumbbell, next week I would do cable. And also I try to do too many sets for a specific body part, right? So as a beginner, you really don't want to do that. You want to pick a few exercises that you can get stronger at day by day, week by week, especially your compound movement. You guys probably already know what kind of compound movement I'm talking about. Now, the second mistake that I've made was that I focused on the wrong area. All right. I remember I was in college as a broke college student. I would work at the swap meet at the food truck, right? And I think I made about $200 for those 2 days that I worked. And I remember the first thing that I would do after I got my paycheck was that I ran to the closest Nutri shop nearby so I can get there, the newest, biggest supplement. And that's the only thing that I was focusing on, like what kind of supplement I could use to, help me gain more muscle, build more muscle, how to get stronger, how to get leaner. And they have protein powder, they have pre-workout, they have post-workout, and they even sold me on the intra workout, right? Absolutely not necessary, especially for you beginners. You don't need all that, okay? Just buy your whole foods, buy actual protein, buy chicken, buy your steak, buy the food that you actually will help you grow. And one of the supplement that the sales guy always got me on was the supplement called glutamine. Now, for those who don't know, glutamine is basically an amino acid that your body needs. But the thing is, the key thing that he forgot to mention to me was that glutamine, you can get glutamine easily through the food that you eat. And also your body also makes some glutamine as well. So that's maybe he forgot, or maybe intentionally he tried to sell me on that. I would spend half of my paycheck on just some supplement that I do not need. Maybe protein powder is a good choice. Maybe you need that just for convenience, but you really don't need protein powder, right? The third mistake that I made was that I start a diet immediately when I first started. 6 months, a year in, I started a diet right away. And now the reason why it's not because a diet is bad for you, was the only reason why I think a diet really set me back. um, instead of me trying all my time, trying to grow, trying to build muscle, trying to develop the mind muscle connection with different exercises that I was doing. Well, because I was 140 pounds when I first started, and I thought I was fat. Okay, um, I thought, I was fat. Let's start a diet. I want to look good. I can gain muscle while dieting. I was thinking, right? I was, I was stupid. So I would like go on a crash diet. I would, try to meal prep, and limiting my calories. I think I was under like 2,000 calories at that point. I was hungry all the time. My recovery wasn't as good because I wasn't eating enough. That's why I always feel weak, because when you're dieting, you can't really push your strength at the gym. So that's one of the mistakes that I've made. Now, for those beginners out there, you do not start a diet. That's a no-no. Okay, you should spend all your time growing, eating a lot of protein, so you can grow, like a baby. Why do you think babies they eat a lot, right? They eat very often because they want to grow, right? And then now turn back to that. On the other hand, I don't want you guys to overdo it. Okay, if you spend most of your time eating a lot and eating a lot of crappy food, a lot of shitty food, you will find out that in the future, when you're trying to cut down, when it's time for you to cut down, you will have a very hard time cutting down because all of the shit that you ate. Okay, so do not overdo it, just enough. And the fourth mistake that I was doing, of course, we can't forget about sleep. All right, I was neglecting my sleep schedule. I wasn't sleeping enough. Now, how can you make a mistake tier list, for example, without mentioning sleep? The most natural, obvious things that we do, and a lot of people neglect sleep, especially in the beginning, where you feel sore a lot, you feel sore very often. It takes you a long time to recover from different movement that you're not used to. So sleep is definitely the thing that I was neglecting. If I can go back in time, I would smack myself and make myself go to bed early. I was staying up doing stupid shit, right? Unnecessary shit. I think I was getting around maybe 6 hours of sleep on a good night. But definitely you need way more than that. You should get 8 hours, 7-8 hours of sleep every night, so you can make sure your recovery is in check. Now, the last reason I have for you guys today is, do not try to compare your progress to other people. Okay, maybe I should have put this one at number one. When I first started out, I was constantly chasing the numbers. I was constantly chasing the number on the bench. Push myself too hard and try to compare to my friends, to people that I know. And definitely that guy at Choose Fitness next to me on the bench, what he put on the plate, and I would always think, I see. I'd rather die before I let you outbench me today, buddy. That kind of mentality is not healthy for you. Yes, we want to develop a strong physical body, but also our mentality have to be different, right? Because this is a long game, a long term. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So if you wanna be in this game for long, you gotta change the way you think about. What took me 6 months could take you 2 to 3 months to get, right? Or it could take you a year, and that's totally okay. Everyone is different. The way we grow is different. We grow at different pace. So don't try to compare yourself to other people. Nowadays we have social medias. We have a bunch of IFBBs walking around. So we would try to compare ourselves to them, and it's just definitely not healthy to do, and definitely impossible to obtain. So what's the point? And if you can get one thing out of this video, is that life is much more enjoyable when you don't care about what everybody else is doing. That's the number one thing that I've learned throughout my journey. I've been in this game for about 6-7 years or so, and I wish that I learned that lessons early on. Now that I don't compare myself to other people. It's just focusing on yourself. That's the most important things. And that's it. That's the 5 things that I have for you today. If you guys have any question, if any of this tip worked for you, swing by, let me know. If you know all of this already, great. And I'm happy if you're here now. I'm happy that you're here to listen. If you guys have any other video that you guys would like to see, any ideas, let me know down below. Other than that, now, chào tạm biệt.